Hi there, welcome to Hevo. In this video, we'll look at how to configure authentication for a REST API source. Before we begin, ensure that you are on the REST API source configuration page in Hevo and have configured any earlier steps based on your source API's requirements. Whenever Hevo sends a request to your API, the source system must verify that the request is authorized. This verification process is called authentication. If authentication fails, the API rejects the request and no data is returned. Now, let's see how to configure authentication for your REST API source. In the REST API source configuration, in the Authentication tab, select one out of the 3 supported authentication methods. Important point to note, always confirm which method to use in your source API documentation. The first option is No Auth. This is the default selection. Use it only if your API does not require authentication or if credentials are added as custom headers. The second option is Basic Auth. Basic authentication uses a username and password. When this option is selected, provide Basic Auth user, usually your API username or API key. Basic Auth password, your API password or secret. Hevo securely includes these details in each request. Ensure that these credentials are correct. Even a small typo can cause failures. The third option is OAuth 2.0. OAuth 2.0 is commonly used by modern applications. Instead of sharing a password, an app is created in the source system that acts as a connection point. This lets Hevo to access the required data securely. The source then provides a client ID and client secret that act as credentials for that app. When a user logs into the source account and grants the app permission to access the data, the source generates an access token. This is a secure string that proves Hevo is allowed to fetch your data. On selecting OAuth 2.0, you'll first see the redirect URL. This URL must exactly match the one configured while registering the app in the source. Next, select the access token. If the token already exists, choose it from the list. If not, click Create New Token. In the pop-up, enter a token name, which is a label for internal reference in Hevo. Client ID and client secret, provided by the source. Auth URL, the login page where permission is granted to access the data. Token URL, the URL that generates the access token after permission is granted. Scopes, which define the permissions being requested. This can be left blank if the source requires only the default permissions. Click Create Token. Now, Hevo manages the access token automatically. Click Test and Continue. If authentication is configured correctly, Hevo can securely connect to your REST API and start fetching data. To learn more or explore other features in Hevo, visit docs.hevodata.com. Thanks for watching.